and welcome to Salon Chat. Yes, honey, where we are giving you the tea about what we talk about in the salon. Yes. So again, it's just me today. That's okay because I will be going back into the salon soon and I will have some guests for you because we have lots of things to talk about, right? Yeah, we've been missing out on some good conversations since I've been out, but that's okay. So, what I wanted to talk to you about today, because I have had some conversations with fellow cosmetologists such as myself. We have a whole bunch of cosmetologists out there. We have nail techs out there. We have barbers. We have estheticians. I mean, just so many different people that work in the beauty industry. So I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about the things that we do, and about client, stylist, nail tech, barber relationships, right? Because I've had these conversations with other cosmetologists, barbers, and what have you. And some things tend to bother us. And, I like to keep it real with you guys, But I just want y'all to be up on our side of the story because I don't think you, as just the average person, understands how we work as people in the beauty industry. Um, First and foremost, all of us in the beauty industry, are the only other profession aside from doctors that have hands-on with you all, right? Yeah. And, the thing about it is, I think that is a special thing because we get up close and personal with you just as your doctor would. Because nobody else has this hands-on treatment with you aside from people in the medical field. So with that being said, we need to talk about a few things. So some of the things that goes on in the beauty industry, the average person, and when I say the average person, I'm talking about people who work in corporate, places like that get a weekly or bi-weekly paycheck, that are not dependent on someone else, like we wait on our clients to come in and that's how we get paid. Well, the average person gets a weekly or bi-weekly paycheck. And you also have paid leave, whether it be vacation time, sick leave, you have PTO time, and all of those things build up. And so when you guys go out, you guys get paid. And also you also have the opportunity to get disability and all of that on your job. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you, and I said all of that for a reason because I'm going to explain to you how we work in the beauty industry. First of all, and this is just some etiquette for you all as clients, I really want you guys to understand because we as cosmetologists and barbers and nail techs, we get close to you and we really, really love you. We do. We build relationships and we love you. And I know I love all of my clients. I do, but you have to understand, and this is, across the board. I don't care what state you're in, what country you're in. This goes across the board. You have to understand that as cosmetologists and barbers and nail techs and, estheticians, getting tongue-tied, estheticians, we go to school for this. This is not a hustle for us. This is not like, yeah, I'ma just be in the house doing this. No. We go to school for this. And in fact, some of us are even instructors like myself. You know, I teach, I went back to school for that. We take a state test, just like a doctor, a nurse, and a couple of other professions take state tests. We are state licensed. That means a lot. That says a lot. And should something happen, we could lose our license, and there goes our livelihood. This is how we take care of our home, our families. This is how we eat. And I don't think, like a lot of clients, I don't think y'all understand that. So I was having a conversation. Well, I've had a couple of conversations, and I said, you know what, that would make a good salon chat, because I don't think the average, client really understands, what we go through. And not to say that there aren't other professions that stand on their feet 12, 14 hours a day, because, you have teachers that are on their feet all day. Your teachers in your public schools or private schools, what have you, they're on their feet all day with our children, and we trust that they are doing their job, right? So, we work hard, we do. And also we have to pay for our products. And in this day and time, since the pandemic and all of this stuff going on, the Russia-Ukraine war, a whole bunch of stuff is going on. We got gas going up, our products have gone up. Some products we can't even get because of the shipping situation. We're doing our best to take care of you guys. And so like I said, our products go up. Gas has gone up, and that's across the board. Our rent for us to be where we work in the salon or whatever space, if we have our own salon, if we're renting a booth, if we're in a suite situation, our rent has gone up. Okay, so we have to compensate for all of that. So here's a few things, etiquette rules in the beauty industry that I think everybody should know. So the first thing is, when you are at your appointment, well, first of all, let me say this. When you make your appointment, first and foremost, please be mindful that, we need at least a week to 2 weeks ahead of time for you to make your appointment. Don't always assume that the day before is good, because then you get upset because we don't have a space for you. Allow us a week or two for you to make your, call us within a week or two so that you can make your appointment, so that you can be sure to get the space that you want. And understand that when we book that space for you, that is your time. And that's why we make sure that when you're in our seat, that we make sure that you are the only one that we have time for, because we scheduled that time for you. I know as a cosmetologist, I make my clients feel like they're the only clients I have, because I want them to feel special. And at the end of my time with them, I want them to go out of my salon and I want them to feel like $1 million or more. I want them to feel uplifted. I want them to feel beautiful, because sometimes you guys come in and you don't always feel beautiful, or you may be sad or depressed, but by the time you get out of my chair, or any other stylist or barber, or getting your nails done or getting a facial or whatever, you should feel like $1 million. So make your appointment in enough time so that you can get the spot that you want. And then before you leave your appointment, schedule for your next appointment, whether it's a week or 2 weeks, or even if it's the next month. Schedule your appointment before you leave. We love that. We want to make sure that you're in. We want to get you in. It's just that if you wait to the day before or the day of, you know that it's a high possibility that you won't be able to get in. And we don't want you to be upset. So, take that into consideration. Second, understand that If you need to cancel, because, hey, we know that things come up, and we know how things are. We know everybody has a family or taking care of a loved one, your parents, your aging parents, like I did, so we understand that things come up, or you may have a doctor's appointment or whatever. But if you need to cancel, please do so 48 hours to 24 hours ahead of time. That way we can fill your spot. Do not wait 30 minutes before your appointment to say, hey, I can't make it. That's unfair to us. And then that money that we counted on, we don't have it, and we don't have enough time to fill the space. Because understand that if you don't come, we don't make the money. And a lot of times when we look at our book, we look at our calendar and we say, okay, I have this many people coming today, so I know I'm gonna make this much money. So we count for that. And then if you decide 20 minutes or 10 minutes before your appointment that you can't make it, that takes away from our salary. And I'm sure if your job did that to you and said, hey, you know what, we just realized on your payday now, we just realized we can't pay you today. You're gonna have to wait a whole nother week before you get another paycheck. And you knew you were supposed to get paid today, and you knew that you had bills to pay, you had, whatever, you had things that you need to pay, car note, mortgage, whatever, and you can't pay it because you don't have the money. That's the same thing with us. If you don't tell us in enough time to fill your space, and you call us 20 minutes, 10 minutes before your appointment to say you're not coming, or if you don't show up at all, that's money out of our pocket, and then we fall short. We can't pay our bills, and I'm not saying that one person, will make or break us, but it's just courtesy. And sometimes, you know what? That one person, for some people, may make or break them, because that might have been that last bit of money that they needed to pay something off. Or you just don't know what anybody's situation is. So you have to be kind and courteous and respectful of us as stylists, just as we are respectful of your time. Because my thing is, I get to the salon at least 30 minutes ahead of time before my clients get there, because I want to make sure that I'm getting ready for them. I want to make sure that I can pray and have a little bit of downtime before I start my day, and I'd rather wait on my client than have my client wait on me, which brings me to another point. If your appointment is at 3 o'clock, it is so disrespectful to come 3:30, 3:45. No. No, that is disrespectful, and it's unfair. Because now, if you think you're getting your hair done, because some people will still do it, but if you think you're getting your hair done, now you have infringed not only on the time that I have to get ready to do somebody else, but you've infringed on the next person's time. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's selfish, and it's disrespectful. So we have to be mindful of these things. Again, we like to make sure that you guys are the only clients we have, but we can only do that if we're working together. So please be on time. And if you know you're going to be late, do not wait till 3 o'clock and your appointment is 3 o'clock to say you're going to be late. If you know you're going to be late and you knew that you wouldn't get off work or whatever you were doing in time, you can call and say, hey, at least 30 minutes ahead, and say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to make it for my 3 o'clock appointment. Is that okay? Or do you want me to reschedule? Because a lot of times when you call us, we'll be like, you know what? You can go ahead and come as long as you're here by whatever time. Or we may say, I just can't. We're going to have to reschedule you. You have to be fine with that. But if you just show up and you're infringing on somebody else's time, Now you have become a walk-in, and you've also thrown that stylist off of his or her schedule. And again, this goes across the board. Barbers, estheticians, nail techs, you have thrown them off their schedule, and that's unfair. And now they have to be late, stay later, or and late for the person after you because you came late. So disrespectful and so selfish. Please don't do that, guys. Please. I'm trying to give y'all, you know, etiquette skills for the beauty industry. Please, please. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take that much time to send a text or to pick up the phone and say, "Hey, I'm running a little late. Is that okay?" Please do that, you know? Again, be on time. Make your appointments a week to 2 weeks ahead of time. You know, we understand that things come up, you know, and before you leave, make your appointment for the next time that you want to come, you know, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, or a month out. Just make that appointment. And if you need to change it, then you call us ahead of time to say, "Hey, I need to change that appointment that I made. Can I come on whatever date?" You know, that's fine. That's fine. But be courteous and respectful, you know, of us as stylists, just as we are. Because again, this is not a hustle. This is not a hustle. And we take this very seriously. I mean, we are working with chemicals. We're working with hot implements. We're using shears to cut your hair. We're doing our best to make you beautiful. So just make it a little easier for us, you know, because we are working hard and we are standing on our feet all day, and sometimes we don't have time to eat or even drink some water, you know, because we're wanting to make sure that you're good, you know. So please do these things. We are state licensed. This is our career. This is our livelihood. So if we don't get paid, we can't live, you know. And the other thing is, you know, be mindful that when we say that we as stylists have something going on with us where we have to take time off, be respectful of that, you know. And I'm so grateful to my clients because I've had to take time off. I'm so grateful for the clients that I have because they all understand, you know. So I am so grateful for my clients because I know some other people's clients don't care, but my clients, they really care about me, and they showed me that they love me, and I so appreciate that, you know. But for those who don't do that with their stylist or their barber, give them time to do what they need to do. If they tell you they have to be out a week or they need to take a day off, you know, whatever, to get themselves together, don't be upset. Don't be upset because things happen, you know. Just like you need to take time off, so do we, you know. So be mindful of those things. You know, if you have a great relationship with your cosmetologist, your barber, your nail tech, your esthetician, be mindful of those things, you know, because again, we do love you guys, you know, but it kind of ticks us off when some of these things happen. And you know, I know you guys don't think about that, but you have to keep that in mind, that we don't get paid if you don't show up, you know. And if you don't give us enough time to fill your spot, you know, when you cancel on us, that's unfair to us because we don't get a weekly paycheck. We don't get a bi-weekly paycheck. Our money, our pay is dependent upon our clients coming to us. You know, this is how we live our life. This is how we take care of our home. We take care of our kids. We have things to pay for just like you do. And it's unfair for you not to show up, for you not to call and cancel in a decent amount of time where we can fill that spot, you know. So be mindful of those things because we really enjoy doing what we do. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it. We enjoy making you beautiful. We enjoy making the men look handsome. You know, it's just we wouldn't do it if we didn't love it. Because honestly, I mean, it's not like we're becoming billionaires off of this, because we're not. A lot of the clients make more money than we do, but we're not in it for the money. We're in it because we truly enjoy what we do. And I'm gonna say this too, and I hate to say it because I don't always, mention it when my clients are paying for their services, because my clients automatically do it, so I don't really even think about it. But again, in conversation with other stylists and barbers, this is another thing that came up. And I just really hate to say this, but can you please tip? If you feel like we've done a great job, can you please tip? Just saying. Just like anybody else in the service industry, if you go to the restaurant and you felt like you got a great service, you're going to tip them, right? Same thing here. Yeah, I know anytime I go to a restaurant, I'm tipping those servers because I know they work hard. Because I know, even though I'm not in the restaurant industry, it's kind of the same thing. They on their feet all day. It's a lot of work. You don't have time to eat. You don't have time to drink. You barely have time to go to the restroom, So I make sure I tip anytime I go to a restaurant, because I know those young men and those young women are working hard, So, if you like the service you got, just tip. And don't have us to ask when you checking out with us, you paying for your service. Do you want to tip? That is so uncomfortable. Do you want to leave a tip with you? Because a lot of you pay with a credit card or a debit card, and then on our thing, like, it'll ask about a tip when we're checking you out, when you're paying with a credit or a debit card, and it's uncomfortable to be like, did you want to leave a tip? You don't really have to, but it's asking, did you want to leave a tip? Just, if you want to leave a tip, just include it. Tell us, oh, go ahead and add $10 or whatever you want to add when we're checking you out. Okay, so those are just a few things that I can think of. I'm trying to think of what else, but we really do enjoy what we do, and we really, really do love you as clients. I know I love my clients. As I said before, my clients know how I operate, so I don't have these issues with my clients. But because I was talking to some other stylists and barbers, I said, you know what? This is something that I should talk about on Salon Chat, just to put it out there. So, I don't know. I hope you guys got something out of it. I hope you did not take offense to it, because these are just, things that you may not realize, that because we are self-employed, we don't have those same benefits that you do. Everything that we have, we pay for ourselves. We pay for our medical benefits. We don't have money coming out of a check because we're getting paid for doing a service. We're self-employed. So it's important that you think about some of those things I mentioned. Think about making your appointment a few weeks ahead of time. Think about if you need to cancel and you need to cancel. Think about that, you need to cancel at least 48 hours or 24 hours ahead of time, because you know what? Some people do have a cancellation fee if you don't cancel in a certain amount of time. If you cancel the day of, the next time you come, you're going to have to pay a cancellation fee. Some people have that. If you're going to be late, let us know ahead of time. Don't let us know 10 minutes before your appointment. Let us know ahead of time if you're going to be late, because guess what? There is a late fee. Yes, I charge a late fee, and I know many other stylists and barbers charge a late fee. Yes, there is a late fee, and that's only fair because when you go to the doctor, just in general, if you don't show up to the doctor for your appointment, they're charging you, and they're charging you. Yeah, and now, let me say this too. This is another thing that's been brought to my attention. When we give you the cost of your service, please, please, please don't do this. This is so rude and disrespectful. Oh, well, so and so down the street charges this much. That really ticks us off. You know why? Because we know the kind of work that we do, and we know the products that we use are professional products. I know I use professional products, and I know some of the stylists that I have spoken to only use professional products that you cannot get in the store. So our products are not cheap, okay? So when you try to say, well, so and so down the street only charges this, don't do that. That is so rude and disrespectful, because we have put our time, we have put our expertise, and we have given you a quality service. Please don't do that. That is so disrespectful. Again, that is like your job coming to you and say, you know what? I found out that this company over here only paying their people $10 an hour. So I'm reducing your salary to $10 an hour. You may have been getting paid $30 an hour. I don't know. Or have a good salary. You may be making six figures, and then they're going to come tell you that so-and-so, this company down the street, only paying their people $30,000 a year, and you was making six figures. Not fair. So you have to think about that. So again, I do love you, and I love all of my clients. I don't have these issues with my clients. Let me just put that out there again. I don't have those issues with my clients because I have great clients, and they respect what I do, and they love me just as much as I love them, and we have a great relationship. But keep that in mind for when you go to your stylist, your barber, your nail tech, your esthetician. Keep those things in mind. So that is it for today. I love you, YouTube family, and I will see you next time. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please, please, please share my videos if you enjoy what I do. Please spread the word. Show it to other people. I think I bring you good stuff. I hope I bring you good stuff. I hope you like it. I think I bring you good stuff. So anyway, again, I will see you next time. And thank you for watching Salon Chat. Yes, honey. I'll see you later.